Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today's video is going to be a little bit about some speculation. I know you guys love the speculation videos, so I hope you stay with me on it and, give feedback in the comments down below. I'm about to stir up a hornet's nest with this one because today's video is about 4.0. That's right, patch 4.0. When do I think it's coming? Well, that's a really good question considering we're not even to 3.14 yet. We've got 3.14, 3.15, 3.16, and 3.17 all on the roadmap. So why am I talking about 4.0? Well, there's a few things that have led me to believe we're going to get 4.0 in place of 3.15. Somewhere a few months back or a couple months back, I saw an internal roadmap for CIG, and this is all with a grain of salt, so yes, I'm aware that I'm just stoking the flames, and a lot of you guys won't agree, but hey, this is all speculations, all fun and games, and we've got plenty of space to be wrong here. So yeah, I think 4.0 is going to be 3.15. I saw in an internal CIG roadmap that it was going to be 3.14, then 4.0, then 4.1, 4.2, and while they don't say 4.0 on our roadmap, they kind of did that when they were going from 2 to patch 3. So there's no guarantee one way or the other on that. Other things that make me believe that we're going to get 4.0, when 3.15 comes in, are a few things like CitizenCon being at that time. So maybe we don't get the patch until CitizenCon's over, or until that day. But yeah, CitizenCon is around that time in the third quarter in October. You also have the things that are coming out in the 3.15 patch. So we're getting Orison in 3.14. Yes, it's not going to behave well. I'm going to tell you that already. I can tell you that from also what they're experiencing on the Evocati test. The rumors have it that the FPS is incredibly buggy. It's really awful. So there's not, people are losing frames left and right. When Levski was here, all the major landing zones were having problems. It's because the server just can't handle it. There's too much that one server has to, control. So that leads me to something else that they talked about last year that we would be getting about halfway mark of this year. Server meshing. Server meshing is designed to where one server doesn't have to do all the work that it's doing right now. So you might have one server handling ArcCorp, one server handling Microtech, one server handling Crusader, and one handling Hurston. So it's dividing the task up to multiple servers, and you will fly from one server to the next. It'll seamlessly transition servers for you. That's the dream that Star Citizen is. Eventually, it won't be so static, it'll be more dynamic. So you have 50 people in ArcCorp, well, you may have 4 servers just dealing with ArcCorp, and then you may have one server that deals with everything else because it might be able to handle that big of a load. So it just really, that's the wave of the future. That's the golden egg, supposedly, for the PU. But they did say last year that it would be coming about middle of this year. Well, Q3 is pretty close to middle of this year. I'm going to say CIG has a 2 to 3 month bump on that, so October sounds about right to me. So we could get server meshing during that time. Internal roadmap says 4.0 instead of 3.15. And then you also want to talk about the other features coming in 3.15. You have FPS radar and scanning. You have personal inventory. You have healing tech 0, tier 0. You have bombs. You have hacking tech. You have NPC healing. So you have hospitals, more hospitals coming online. So there's a lot of new tech coming in during 3.15. You also have new tech coming in during 3.16 with salvage, tier 0, and 0G push and pull. The Misc Hull C shield, ship shield emitters. I mean, you have a lot of new stuff coming out. 3.17 looks very light. So my guess is we're going to get 4.0 about the time that 3.15 comes out. It's going to be replacing it. I know that's a long shot, and many of you will disagree. I just feel like with so much stuff going into the game at one time, why not call it 4.0? Especially if server meshing really is part of the plan there. Is 4.0 going to be, you know, or 3.15, whatever that's going to be, is it going to be the end-all be-all? No. They still have to tweak a lot of things, I'm sure, with server meshing and with some of the other stuff, iCache, the persistence system, the back-end systems, which they've been working on non-stop from almost the beginning, or at least a few years ago. So we should be seeing a lot of updates to a lot of different systems like cargo. I believe in 3.14 we're getting armor. Nobody's actually come out and said it, but I think we may actually see armor in the game for the first time on ships. Most of the time, or all the time, up to this point, ships use a hit point pool, both on shields and on the ship hull. So it's not exactly what they wanted. They want to have armor so that certain rounds may deflect off of certain ships, or it penetrates the armor, it goes straight through, hits a component, knocks out a component, but doesn't disable the ship. It's supposed to be a little more difficult to blow ships up, but maybe not disable them. So they have to have that armor component in there. They've talked about it for ages, and I do believe it's coming in 3.14, or at least some version of it. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and I know that I'm kind of pushing the hype train button a little bit here, and you know, I completely and totally see that, but I do feel like we could be getting 4.0 before the end of this year. You know, I think there's a really good shot at it. I would say my really good shot means 20%. So, you know, I'd say I've got a 20% chance here. I'm not 100% sure that it's going to happen. It just seems like there's a lot of stuff that's leaning that way. I mean, what do you guys think? Have you seen any information that may make you feel like we're going to get 4.0 before too long? Maybe we're going to get server meshing before too long? You know, does it seem to you like the evidence points towards something bigger since they're putting in all this tech back to back, pretty much together? I mean, it just seems that way to me. And like I said, I could be way off. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I was. That's why I'm giving it a 20% chance of being accurate. So I definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Also, for one of my upcoming videos, I would like to answer some of your guys' questions. So about Star Citizen, about whatever. You can put the question in the comments. Make sure you put question in brackets and then put your question. I will look at them. I will try to answer as many of them as I can. Of course, you know, if you're trolling, then you're not going to get answered, and you know, your question may be completely removed. So please be somewhat kind to your fellow man. So yeah, definitely put those in the comments down below. Also want to say thank you to all my Patreon and YouTube members. I feel like I don't thank you guys enough. So I definitely want to take a second to thank you in this video for sure. You guys have done a lot for me over the last year and a half, and I can't thank you enough for it. I really can't. So thank you. If you want to become a member of my YouTube members or my Patreon, that information will be in the description of this video. So definitely check that out. Also, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button, because without those likes and those subscribes, I fall further down the YouTube algorithm. And my goal, my next goal, is to get to 10,000 subs. And I've been having that goal for a long time. Unfortunately, this year I haven't got to post videos up quite as consistent as I was last year. So I apologize for that, but that also affects my placing on the algorithm. So yeah, all the help I can get with the likes, the subscribes, that goes a long ways in getting this channel up there. I'd like to be up there with the board gamers of the world. That would be really awesome. You know, maybe I could go to full-time content creation and give you guys a little more quality over the quantity. So thank you once again for tuning in and watching this video. I, again, appreciate everybody, all your eyes, all your ears on this. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Send those questions in the comments. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.